Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Namaskar. This is Engineer Suraj Singh speaking from Bharat, India on this day, October 12th, 2021, Tuesday. Continuation of talk in serials, and that is caring and, of course, relations to life. Title Title being Civil Field Engineering, Life Engineers, Quality, Quality AnnexSL, Safety Health Environment, Designs, Construction, Methods, Contracts, Organizations, Communication, Coordination, and why always concern over, why always having concern over quality issues and safety issues. It's not my concern alone, it must be a concern for everyone. 00 signals, per second, always a problem during early morning. So what happens in day, I can't answer. So much fluctuation in signals from Airtel, and I have complained many times, but there is no quality issue. I think this thing quality is fine for them. Bad signals are good quality. That's why it's my concern to talk of quality for everything. These companies never care for customers. So much fluctuation I am finding in this. I can't imagine in my engineering, civil engineering. I can't imagine that. That's I am finding here in Airtel transmission of signals. It was good before, but now I think maybe they have become big boss, big lead, and they have got plenty of business. They don't care. 00 again, video 0 and audio 0. Nobody knows what's happening, why it's happening. Well, I'm not here to criticize some transmission. Now my job is different. I am a concerned citizen of this country. I am a concerned engineer of this country. And like me, everybody, every engineer should be concerned. And I am sure every engineer must be concerned from quality viewpoint, from safety viewpoint. Maybe everybody has its own restrictions, its limitations of control, that they cannot go to that extent where control is their baby. But quality is quality. There is no substitute for quality. There is no substitute for safety. These have to be taken care of, and that is requirement of life. We can't go without that. That is a requirement of life. We cannot say no. We have to understand this fact, and that's the reason I always put title as such. Feel regretful. I feel regretful that despite having so many certificates, you may find maybe say 10 lakh engineers. Let us say if 10 lakh engineers are there must be 10 lakh educational certificates. Maybe there are 10 lakh some competence certificates. So many certificates of course do exist. But why this title I am showing on this screen? Quality, SHE and ergonomics. Quality and SHE are a clubbed matter. I have clubbed these two because these are ignored. Fact states that these are ignored. Quality and safety, health, environment. These are actually basic requirements, fundamental requirements. We have no right to ignore them. I'm saying right. Yes, we have no right to ignore them. And if we ignore them, I say it's a kind of sin. In spiritual, I can say, as an engineer, I ignore them. I do not work sincerely. I do not trust in anybody, and I ignore my duties, my responsibilities, and this applies to every engineer, every professional. Particularly, I stress on engineers because engineer is responsible for all this. Engineer has to be responsible in life. Engineers can't be replaced. It's question of requirement. This you can see this. Engineers must realize quality facts. Engineers must realize quality facts. I repeat and repeat and repeat. I can repeat infinite times because engineers are not only something, they are vehicle of change, they are ship of change. Without engineers, nothing happens on development front. Without engineers, nothing can happen in life front. Yes, there shall be life, but without any facility, without any backup, without any advancement. Engineerless world means nothing. Qualityless world means nothing. Life, engineers and quality are all in same string. Quality requirement means work requirement. If quality is missed, I can say there is nothing. There is no life, no approach, and there is no requirement of anything. People take it too lightly. I have noticed. Engineers, commercial people, business people, industrialists, constructors, and of course public, for whom everything is done. They take quality. Some engineer wrote on some website, quality is always kept on back seat. I am sure that engineer wrote exactly what is fact. Quality has been kept on back seat because people do not want to know what is quality. For them, whatever they do, that is quality. Whatever they do. Well, you can say for them specific quality is only what they say is quality. No. Customer has to define quality. It's not other one. Manufacturer has not to define quality. Manufacturer has to follow what is demanded, what is requirement. Of course, quality relates to different requirements. It's not same for everything. Quality means we have to be in certain range. These certificates require that. Systems require that. And we have to know that. We can say compliance of quality is very important. Just like safety is important, quality is also important. Safety and quality say that you have to ask yourself, where do you stand? We cannot say no to these requirements. We have to move with them, and that is basics. Every time I talk of this and I don't know, something new comes to my mind, how to express my opinion, how to express my anguish, I can say that it's anguish in me. Maybe you don't accept that, but I feel very upset. That system doesn't work. Not one system, everywhere you go, system doesn't work. You can take example of traffic like that, but nobody bothers. Those who drive those who don't drive. But even after that, people are people are bothered, don't bother, they don't bother, they don't worry. Likewise, there is system everywhere, but who bothers? You can be affected, you shall suffer, even then you won't bother. You will blame others. But I blame everybody. Again, signals are 0, 0. I don't know what to do. I am fed up. I don't know what time videos goes off here. I can't say. Well, this is beyond my control. I link life to engineers. I think if engineers amend themselves, if engineers really work as it was taught to them in engineering, and this says facts cannot be declined, facts cannot be removed from life. Engineering train oneself, engineering train student to that requirement. Same way, if building is defective, it cannot serve its purpose. It cannot serve its purpose. If same way material is defective, we cannot trust that material, we cannot rely upon that material. And reliance is very important one. You rely on something, you can rely only when it is hopeful. Again, signals are down. Unfortunate it is. We have to depend upon something that is reliable, and reliable requirement says, reliable definition says that it should serve its purpose. What purpose is that? I just put this off so that at least I do not. Okay. As we get that equation into our discussion, for time being, safety, that is safety from all involved factors. My God, 001 FS, I think it's going to close soon. My 0 FPS again. My God, I am just getting upset all time. I get upset because of these signals. 0 FPS and 0, 0 is going to certainly it's closed down. It will certainly close down. I can't help it. My God, what to do? It will certainly close down. 5 FPS now. It should be minimum 20 FPS. Now 105 FPS. See problem. This is problem with Airtel. It's now 1.8 Mbps and 105 FPS. And it was 0, 0, 0, 0. Again this is 0 BPS. My God. What a nature of signals. I can't answer this. You also use this, during live video. Why does it happen? And it's now early morning around 3 o'clock. If they cannot provide signals around 3 o'clock at morning time, what it might be during daytime when traffic is heavy on these Airtel or elsewhere. Well, reliability means safety from all involved factors. Safety from all involved factors, successful serviceability of intended purpose. successful serviceability of intended purpose and mandated durability of its working life. All other necessary resources involved, applicable knowledge areas, and factors. So, what it says, all involved factors, whatever they are, we have to consider safety first. Safety not of human resources, but safety of that product, you can say. Whatever product it should be safe. And it should be safe from what? It should be safe from service viewpoint, whatever service does it provide. If it is a structure, it serves. Land use is a service. It has to provide safe service. It has to be safe and provide safe service for whatever purpose it has been built for. And it should be for long duration to come. Not that today it serves and tomorrow it fails. That cannot be accepted. Whatever life was considered, for that life it should constantly serve. That is second requirement. The first requirement, it should be safe, of which were decided or agreed on its design. The art which we are going to use for this must also support it. These resources must be understood and this must be achieved everywhere. We have to learn from all this, and we can say again 0, I don't know. Well, it is life. I try to explain everything. I try to explain what is important in life. Achieve everything. That's also important requirement. When you have power in engineering, you can achieve everything. And when you don't use your power of engineering, you cannot achieve anything. Personal knowledge is very important. It should be expanded, it should be used. It can be expanded only by learning, but learning right, not wrong. That is what I try to explain always. Systems I refer to quality system is for everyone. You can say, it doesn't say that it is a sword or it's a bullet or it's a cannon that shoots someone. That's not basic criteria behind this. Only criteria is we have a goal, and what is that goal? That goal is objective of what we do. Whatever my project has to do, whatever my plan has to do, it should have some objective, and that objective is required to be achieved. It's a planned objective. It has to be achieved, and how it can be achieved, that is question mark. We have to achieve it through engineering, through agriculture, through some other. What is our goal on products? First goal is product should be, you can say, it should meet our requirement in every respect. Whatever product it be, it should meet our requirement. That is main point. And it should serve for a defined purpose. We should have enough quantity, but quantity does not authorize someone or anyone to deteriorate or to defer its quality. So I can say, if somebody defines what is product, I can say product is equal to quantity plus quality. In one product, whatever claims are made that it has this much quantity, it should have, it must have this much composition, it should have, and it should be processed accordingly as accepted or approved. My inclination is to all materials or substances that life requires to use. System says yes, we give you approval for your own system. It is your system, it's your company, it's your organization, it's not my company. I have given you guidelines, I have given you directions that you should follow these. And this is like a circuit, electrical circuit. If you follow this honestly, sincerely, this can say, this can assure, rather this requires, it is a requirement that you follow this system. That is a requirement. This requirement at every step you have to follow because you have done it. I did not study your system, I have reviewed your system, but it is your system, your work, your organization, your commercial business. You shall have to do whatever you want. Whatever you wanted, I have just ticked that. Okay, you can do this, no harm in this. If you can achieve quality, and you claim that you shall achieve quality through this activity, through this explanation, and that is where points come up. And from beginning to end, from pre-beginning to post-completion, you have defined your system as an organization or as a person. It is individuals, every individual, all individuals that compose, that constitute, that comprise, and that is called a systematic group. It's not something unknown. Ultimately, individuality plays a role everywhere. It may be science, it may be engineering, it may be whatever else. Engineers and individuals play a role. When you talk of engineers, it is individual engineer. When you talk of doctor, it is individual doctor. It's individual teacher. It's individual everywhere. But we call them institution, we call them whatever, groups or organization, we can call them. Ultimately, it is individual. We all can't be at par with each other. That's not possible. So that's what quality system, though it is also based on individuals. Individuals design this system, individuals follow this system, individuals do everything with this. That individuality must stay. That should not run away. Unfortunately, we people don't realize this fact. We certainly forget this fact that individuals should learn all things. It's not theoretical learning alone. It is commitment learning. It is, honest learning. It is system learning. It is science learning. It is process learning. It is knowledge learning, learning from books and learning from experience. When we have gone through all books, you go again through that books, you will not find anything else. But when you work in field, in whatever field, when you work in field, you will get exposure to many more activities that you cannot get from books. Because books are written by limited professionals, or we can say authors, who are often teachers. And teachers are not, you can say, operators. They don't operate in the field. Engineers operate in the field, doctors operate in the field, but teachers just try to teach students. Our system speaks that teachers and students, they are two related individuals. When term teacher comes, certainly term students comes. Both are related. But when term engineer comes, this means many relations to engineer term are applied. It is engineer relation to designs, engineer relation to work, and this means workers, engineer relations to materials, engineers relation to drawings, engineer relations to process of work, and you can say many more: engineer relation to planning, engineer relation to quality, engineer relation to safety, engineer relation to society, engineer relation to nation, engineer's relation to world. So you can say engineer is an expansion of teacher, doctor is an expansion of teacher, and of course professor itself is top class teacher. So these relations itself, you can say, constitute some kind of, directly or indirectly, we can name it system. So system definition varies, it's not same. What system we use in our home, what system we use in public, what system we use in work, all are maybe not defined or certified, but structure works. It may vary little this way and that way, but it works. Just like we tabulate our system, I get up early morning at this time, then I do this and do that until evening comes or sleep time comes. A kind of schedule everybody has. It may not be defined, it may not be written, but it is practiced on an average basis, and it can vary. You can say today this time I get up, tomorrow that time I get up, but it happens. Just like body system works, since you're born and till you live, your body is perfect system, and we have to learn from our body, just like we have to learn from nature. Nature also devised and designed and produced systems which we never understand. It is best teacher in universe. Nature, it doesn't speak but it works. And it tells those who work, they don't speak much, because work speaks. And those who don't work, they speak a lot, because they only speak, they don't work. And there are people in between two stages. Who are in moderate run. But I look for those people, I respect those people who are oriented for results. You can say result oriented people, and the result must have quality, safety, every requirement it must have. And this is based on what objective one has in life. Signals always a problem, again a problem. Frame per second is a problem. Every time I say that you should know why my video suffers. System is life, and system is built by ourselves. We, just like world was built, universe was built by that power who built us also. So we can say human is very important, every life is very important, every creature is very important, and our created means something created by these creatures. You can say is sub project, just like subcontractors, we are sub creatures. Our creations are sub creatures. We may call ourselves intellects. I am intellectual. We can call. But is this enough? Am I unlimited? No, I am not unlimited. I have little knowledge. You can say very, very little knowledge that we have. Even throughout life we cannot learn everything. In engineering also, it is so widened. It is so widened to that extent that we can't even find that extent, because it is life. Engineering is very difficult from human viewpoint, not from nature viewpoint. It is very difficult to study engineering because it is calculation based, it's mathematical, is thoroughly mathematical application, it is thoroughly science application, it is thoroughly mind application, and it requires analytical practice, synthetical practice. It requires credible understanding. It requires use of mind, use of time, and it requires clear concept. It requires clear understanding, clear viewpoint, and then only you can say it can give you a level of confidence. And if you do not earn that level of confidence, you can never work successfully in engineering. Worker. Worker is not qualified, but work learns from what is taught. If that lesson is bad one, worker shall learn bad one. If that lesson is good one, worker shall learn good one. That's why there is a difference in approach. Bad learning shall result in deterioration before good starts. It takes time. Construction takes time. Manufacturing also takes time. Every activity takes time. It requires time. And I feel that time is not a problem here, because if we change time, we change certainly everything. There is no skill that can be applied to time. Time moment is time moment. I cannot say something that can be done in 20 hours can be done in 1 hour. No. Yes, that can be imaginary, that can be film only. In film of 2 hours or 3 hours, they show you whole life. They show you many generations. That is film, that is imagination, that's not reality. Imagination, we have lot imagination. If I consider imagination, I think engineer are best person who can imagine, because we deal with imagination. We sell imagination, in fact. Then you can question me why I'm talking as such. We don't sell imaginations. No. We start with imagination. We have a reverse process. Engineering starts with imagination. And that imagination can be called vision or dream. Every engineer has some dream. Without dreams we cannot work. When we work on, you can say, theories, we always say, let's assume, let's say, start with this assumption. Let us start with that assumption. In civil engineering we dream, how shall this structure we are going to build perform? We imagine that structure. That is a fact of life. I'm just trying to tell this. I'm just trying to it is all imagination. Where you imagine, there's a beam, there's a column, or you call it pillar, there's a slab or lintel, there's a foundation, there's a soil. Every imagination we do. And of course it is before calculation is done, prior to that I want to see this structure this way is my imagination. I will use software later on, but my mind software says I can build like this. And that I have to imagine beam should not, you can say, deflect. If it deflects, I have to pull it back, and that pulling force is size of beam itself. What reinforcement is there in that, or what girder is there in that. If it